Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce to you a very insanely cool and interesting mod. This is Obscurum IV Statesec. Now, we're going to be jumping in. There's a little bit of a cutscene here in the beginning to introduce the lore of this experience. When we get on the other side of this cutscene, I will dive more deeply into a bit of an explanation for you. This is made by the author of the Real AI mod, and it's very recently been updated. It's been out for a little while. It's in beta development at the moment, but it's absolutely mental, and I will show you why very soon.
Gentlemen, may I please have your attention? As the acting liaison of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, I have called this urgent meeting to share what is the most classified information. Many of you have traveled far and wide for this appointment, and for once, I have something besides bad news. Today begins the turning point in the tide of communism. 3 years ago, the United States government was driven in exile following a devastating civil war wherein the Red Menace took our beloved nation and turned it into yet another cog in the Soviet machine. Following this, a series of nuclear detonations devastated the land and left this new republic in shambles. Reports of famine, warlords, terrorists, and God knows what else was heard far and wide. What is not known to the public, however, which we have elected to reveal, was that these series of nuclear weapons were never launched. Their payload was detonated from within a series of missile silos and launch sites at the behest of the last remnants of the U.S. government. This was an unthinkable last resort that the upper echelons of our Central Command dubbed as the White Terror Protocol. If we are to capitalize upon the strategic vulnerabilities that were given to us by this protocol, then we must do so right now. Our benefactors in Western Europe, South Africa, and Israel have made it clear that money is no object. The plan is simple, gentlemen. We are going to capture a port of entry, which will serve as a supply line so that we may launch a full-scale invasion. For now, this is a private endeavor. No government wishes to get behind yet another failed coup attempt. Until we can establish a provisional government with a port of entry to the Atlantic, NATO remains on standby. As of speaking, every mercenary from here to Johannesburg is preparing to move out. Today is the first day of our homecoming.
On the channel, he reached out to me saying, look, you know, you might actually enjoy what this mod is all about. All right, so allow me to get through this. If you've ever seen games like Armor or Hell Let Loose or Postscriptum, essentially it's very similar to the experience that we're going to be having here, but with obviously the Fallout twist. We are going to be, ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Springlestein. All right, that is our name. I made it up. It's clever if you think about it. Okay, perception is probably there, endurance probably there, charisma, intelligence, agility. I might actually drop charisma. I'm not sure how essential charisma is going to be. So we're a general in an army, and we have to reclaim the Commonwealth, fighting the threat, pushing back. There is a persistent war. Now, I'm not actually... I tell you what, I've read all this already. I will show you this. I'm not going to read through it because there's a lot here, but you know, you can do that. Feel free to pause here. You know, we're a general in the Minutemen army, that we are the leader of the Minutemen. That's going to be our group. Items that we find in the world, we can turn them over by using the console, which is something we have to build. We can recruit and command our own troops. There are many different troop types. You can read through these. We basically build those like we do turrets, it says, in our workbenches. Now, the world is very dangerous. The enemies are extremely tough, and they are very well trained. It's like he has incorporated a more advanced and evolved version of real AI. So just be prepared. Don't act like Rambo, essentially. You'll see. I've been running through Sanctuary, testing this out like a proper soldier, from cover to cover, terrified. You wait and see what's going to happen. It's absolutely mind blowing what's going on here. So the world is more interactive. Take some time to explore it. Bury the dead. Giving bonus to settlements. You know, there's all sorts of really interesting kind of warfare related mechanics here. So the world is permanent. Enemies don't respawn. When an area is clear, the front line moves. So we can tell where the fighting is active by the sound of distant gunfire. You'll know where things are happening. All right, so yeah, feel free to pause that and read through it. We are going to be playing this on normal mode. The roguelite mode, you die, you lose all of your gear, you respawn. Now, I'd be interested in playing that myself, but for the sake of a series, to be able to make a bit of progress, we are just going to be playing on normal, kind of the mode where we basically save as we go. But we want realistic damage, so realistic weapons. Now, at the military academy, we excelled at logistics, and during our downtime, we like to read. This is the only two that I've chosen so far, and we're going to be taking some requisitions. This will allow us to get soldiers, essentially, a little bit quicker than otherwise you have to find the intel in the world. All right, allow me to just get set up here. Okay, so in terms of the mod, we've got the proper mod itself, the Obscurum mod, along with survival options and just a couple of HUD mods. So essentially, we're running the mod exactly as it's supposed to be. All right, and that's just so that we can, well, alter the HUD as we go. So this is the gear that we're going to start out with here. Let's take a look. The Pip-Boy is quite dark. It is actively in development, okay? So please remember that this is not the final product. And we have a cap. We also have some fatigues. This is a full insane overhaul to the entire Commonwealth, and we're about to jump into the action very, very soon. So we start off down here in what we can only assume is the vault, and there's a lot of weird elements to this. Weird in the sense of it might look like something, you might think it's something, like it might seem like we're in the vault right now, but as you're about to see, things are very, very different for our character here. Alright, so these soldiers are our soldiers. They do tend to stay down here. Now, with regards to this episode, we're just going to do a first introductory episode. We've got a little bit of a farm happening down here. We might actually take a little bit of food. We will be saving as we go, okay? So we will be doing a series on this at some point, absolutely, undoubtedly. But it's clearly the kind of experience that needs a lot of attention. And, yeah, we'll have to be ready for it. We're kind of in the middle of Whispering Chills at the moment. And we're playing some other kind of horror stuff. So as you can see here, we could head out into the tunnels. Or we've got 3 other locations: an underground bunker, the armory, or the government facility. Let's go have a little look at the armory. We're not going to go through everywhere because we would spend probably 3/4 of the episode down here in the vault. However, in the armory, we do have a couple of supplies, not much. We have a few storage units that we can make use of. The general's quarters, which is our location in there. There's nothing else in here that I want as of now. I'm going to head down to the underground bunker. And this, ladies and gentlemen, among other places, there's a secret tunnel network which will take us out to various locations out in the Commonwealth. Prepare yourself. Here we go. This is where SHTF, this is where the S truly H's TF, okay? This is where the shit hits the fan. I was trying to be funny. Alright, just get ready for this. So we are plunged into the war, ladies and gentlemen. The whole of the Commonwealth is at war. Now, I do have the damage numbers to be set to be quite low so that we can kind of get into a little bit of meat here. Now, we will do a fair bit of damage. The enemy will still do a fair bit of damage to us, but not as extreme as is fully intended with this experience. Oh, I also have the a leaning mod. Excuse me. Okay, didn't see that dog. Believe me, this place is absolutely brutal. Just you wait and see. So we are going to be saving as we go. Just because it is extremely brutal. Uh-oh. That was a grenade, obviously. Like concussion grenades of some sort. So the enemies are voiced. Yeah, that's like mortar fire. That's a grenade. Honestly, it's a proper Warzone simulator. Like when I said games like Armor, Postscriptum, Hell Let Loose, I was being very serious. Uh-oh. Shit, is that shrapnel? But we are covered in blood. Oh god, that's a proper grenade. You see what I mean? Okay, that's death. It's very, very, very tough. Now, obviously, in the roguelite mode, we would have died there and respawned back at our base, and we would have lost all of our gear. You do get a chance to choose like a new loadout to head back out into the world with. Obviously, we can claim workshops as well. It's like an RPG of some sort. We're not even started yet, guys. Honestly, this is just the beginning. Just you wait and see. So there is a link down below if you're interested in checking this out. It's obviously actively in development. And so don't expect like a fully fleshed out experience. But there's a lot here. There's a lot already going on here. This is really incredible, actually, what the team, Thumblestein and his team, have managed to achieve here. I've always myself wanted a kind of Hell Let Loose. Jesus. Now, obviously, we're covered in blood here. I found a little bit of a workaround for this. If you put on and off like a piece of clothing, I'm doing my glasses, it kind of wipes away the blood temporarily just so that you can see. You are supposed to wash the blood off you, but I have not yet figured out how to do that. Okay. Now we have a compress which will do work for us. It will heal us, but it takes a very long time. I think we've got an injured arm. We've got soldiers moving up on us here. Jesus. It's proper brutal. And this is the damage here is slightly lowered too. As the mod explains in the beginning, it's supposed to be very, very difficult. But as you progress, as you manage to kill enemies, you know, you're progressing. The world is progressing. And it's persistent, so you are making progress with every kill. We could also retreat at any point. Back underground, back to our bunker. But in my testing yesterday, something very, 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 very cool was happening. And I'm hoping that we can kind of get back to that as well. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. Are they grenades? Throw down a save here. There's loads and loads of weapons. Authentic World War weapons. As I was trying to say, you know, after playing like SP Tarkov, the single player Tarkov mod for Escape from Tarkov, I automatically started to wish that games like Hell Let Loose and Postscriptum had a mod that allowed you to play the game single player. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, your authentic warfare simulator in Fallout 4. It's just incredible what this game is becoming as these mods and mod authors have evolved their skills and the capabilities have evolved. Now we will be able to get like soldiers and things with us at some point. We're just starting out here really. Now I think I'm gonna have to apply. I want to start getting some of these weapons off these soldiers that we're killing here. Now, I'm just going to tell you this because it looks like it might not actually be happening again. Yesterday when I was playing this, there was honestly enemies dropping out of the skies in parachutes. Planes flying over and dropping enemies. Like airdropping them, you know, paratroopers. With proper parachutes dropping down around us. I was hoping it was going to happen again. But it could be like, I don't know, maybe circumstantial. We got pinned down here. We're gonna have to go around the back. Oh wow! So clearly, it's been designed to be very difficult to make progress. Okay, I need to absolutely do something about that. As in, I should probably not have saved right there. Okay, so let's have a little look here. We've got some 10mm rounds. We've got an AP grenade. Got a little pistol. Oh, that was an assassin. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this other what was it we had here? This triage kit. So that's a much faster heal. Now, one issue I've noticed with the mod is the Pip-Boy light seems to be a little bit kind of funky. Oh my god. I'll show you what I mean when I get a chance. Just sit here for a second. So it's designed to be obviously a very hardcore tactical experience, but tactical in the sense of like military simulation tactical, you know? And let's have a look here. What are we going to get away with this time? So we've got rocks we can throw, bottles we can throw as well. We've got a snub-nosed pistol. Just going to leave it at that for him. What else we got here? Magnifying glass. We've got a shotgun. Extremely powerful shotgun with 7 rounds. We've also got a backpack and some gear there. Let's have a little look at some of this gear. I don't yet know how to actively wash our body. This backpack gives us 50 carry capacity. I think I was out in the rain for a few minutes yesterday and it kind of washed off itself. I tried to go for a swim in the ocean. 308 rounds. Fucking old dog tags. We've got an M1 rifle and a stick grenade. Right, let's take a look at that M1. So we've got 15 rounds for that. Very, very cool. So loads and loads of custom work has been done here. Right, I might actually try and get some of this stuff hotkeyed. Let's get that on 3. Actually, get the AK on 2. Got a pistol. We've got a stick grenade. What's this? Oh, the M1. Okay, I was thinking of the M19. Right, let's stick with this for a little bit. Did I get that shotgun hotkeyed or not? Don't think I did. It's a bit hard to see, isn't it? This one. Let's get that on 4. And we might actually roll with that. It's got extremely good damage numbers. AT charge will take as well. I'm not joking. There were planes flying over here, dropping enemies in. Like what you see in the old war movies, you know. Uh-oh. They're firing RPGs at us. Okay, anyway, let's try and get a bit of a move on then. I don't think we're going to be able to deal with those guys. So, you know, just like any war game, essentially the objective is to capture territory, push the enemy back, build settlements, build or get reinforcements involved. So we're going to try and move down a little bit to towards Concord. So I want to show you guys. That was a civilian. I'm trying to show you guys a bit more of the gameplay. If I was playing this myself like a proper experience, I would have the damage numbers set to be quite high. We would be building up. What have we got here? Hide, flank, intestine, rib, slab. You know, we would build up sanctuary, secure it, fully scavenge and loot the area. Thing here. There's a lot of custom music involved in this as well, which I won't be able to show you. Oh, what have we got happening here? Yeah, we've got some serious injuries going on, don't we? So I would need to learn how to actually heal. Okay, so one of our arms has an injury, so we have a sling. We have 2 slings and 1 splint. So if we use that, that's going to heal our arms. Oh, we've got a rapid Mach 11 pistol. Alright, so now that we've got a second to ourselves, I'll show you here. In the defense section, we have guards that we could recruit, and we can recruit some of these. Oh, didn't we? Oh, did we not pick up our requisitions? Huh. Anyway, maybe we didn't pick up our requisitions off the table, or if we did, I don't know where they are. So yeah, we could recruit guards. There's loads and loads of weapon customization going on. Custom weapon customization as well. This is not vanilla. In fact, there's really not much vanilla about this experience, which is why it's called a complete, like a total overhaul. You can see our character here is completely covered in blood. So there's lots of like enemy intel you'll see laying around in certain containers. Their military intel is what I meant to say. More military intel. So stuff like all this stuff that we're gathering here. We need to build a specific kind of bench or something. I forget exactly what it is. It's somewhere here. So we've got fortifications. Let me see if I can find it for us to have a look at. So there's an economics workbench, which I haven't looked into. I don't know exactly what that does. Right, so we've got a central command radio. Administrative desk. Having a government representative present to oversee people's civil rights greatly increases happiness. Surveillance relay produces encrypted data. So I haven't actually looked into any of this yet because I haven't gathered enough gear to be able to do it. But it's this one, this central command radio, that we need to essentially really kickstart the military kind of campaign. So, you know, we'll be making our way down towards Concord here. Yeah, it's not normal Fallout 4, guys. You know, just to be able to walk down to Concord, it's we're in a war zone, you know, so we've got to be thinking more warlike, more strategic. Thank God we've got dog meat with us. To even see where a lot of this gunfire is coming from is difficult. Jesus. That didn't kill us. Some sort of, like I said, concussion grenade or something. We've leveled up there.
We will kill you if we have to. Just leave.
Jesus. So these assassins are everywhere. Okay, let's actually get some grenades equipped here. Can't see a thing. Does it work if I equip weapons? No, it doesn't. But any piece of clothing will do. Yeah, we'll get the grenades equipped. I like the look of this 10mm pistol as well. 10mm Mach 11. Got plenty of ammo for now. This is New Concord. Let's keep trying to push in. I think Concord is actually safe for the most part, because there are Minutemen patrols here. However, the museum is overrun. So I'll try and take you inside the museum so we can have a little look. But I don't know what the chances of us actually getting in there are. Yeah, I'm not sure. Are we hearing helicopters here, guys? We are, look. So that helicopter has probably just dropped in enemies. Or it's dropping them off now. What is that thing? What the hell is that thing? I've never even seen that before. What the hell? That was trippy. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the deal is with this thing. Alright, let's leave them to it. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. There's a settler here. Right. Let's see how we go. No chance. Okay, so what we're actually going to do here is we're going to take ourselves upstairs. to the top of the church. We've got a pistol there and a Molotov. More intel. We're going to take ourselves to the top of the church to see if we can get inside the museum this way. Here we go. Alright, so again, still no guarantees we're going to survive this. Obviously there's some sort of battle. Well, you're about to see. There's a battle taking place in here. It's not just one side. Now, I do find friendly fire is a problem for myself, personally. I do struggle a little bit to identify who's who. Some of these are Minutemen, guys. That's the problem. I don't. Okay, these aren't. Dog tags, another rifle. I might actually take that because I think we get the ammo. So just remember, this mod is being worked on. The way that I'm playing it now is actually basically easy mode, just so that we can get through some of the gameplay without dying so much. That's Minutemen. They're Minutemen. Who's that? I don't know if that's Minutemen or not. Now here's what I'll show you. There's a bit of a kind of buggy Pip-Boy light. If we put our gun away, it's not so bad. We can still use it. But if we pull our gun out, there's a giant shadow in front of us. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's something that will be kind of tweaked. I don't know. Okay, this guy was actually on our side. Does seem to be quite forgiving when it comes to weapon schematics. When it comes to, like, friendly fire. And I'm assuming that's intentional because I would imagine...
Hi.
There's probably a lot of friendly fire that's going to take place here. In these environments.
Hi. Huh?
Got a KGB agent here. Shotgun shells. Kind of a barracks set up in here. One thing I love, I really, really love the music. It's all custom, very theme appropriate music. Unfortunately, I just can't show it to you. I actually recorded an episode last night and it got flagged for copyright problems. It's becoming more and more of an issue on the channel currently. So anyway, I have to kind of cut around a lot of the really, really awesome music that's here. Okay, what have we got here? We've got a security officer. Again, I'm not sure. Oh, nice. Got an SMG there. I'm not sure if these guys were on our side or not. Oh, we've got a sniper rifle. Very cool. Alright, so. Compensated, hardened, piercing, automatic Kalash. Okay, so it looks like I did kill a few Minutemen. These cigarettes that we're finding, those are the traditional way to save, as is also the marijuana. So, you know, if you haven't, because I've installed survival options, we're going to be able to save wherever we want to. We're well overburdened here. I might actually drop the M1. What have we got that's really heavy? Okay, this. Drop that as well. Drop that. And let's maybe play around a little bit with It's M1C. Very cool. Another security officer, KGB agent.
Hell yeah.
Reception increase. Standard affair. And what else we got here? MK65C. Wow, that actually looks really cool. Loads, like I said, loads and loads of gun mods. I don't know exactly how many, but I think I've found so far in my kind of testing, I think I've found about 10 totally different types of weapons. Lots of frags there. We'll take those and that stick grenade. And we'll try to start making a little bit of use of these. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of rushing a little bit here, and I'm not going into too much detail. I want to show you a lot because, you know, we're not ready to embrace this mod as a full series yet on the channel, even though we definitely will be. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a kind of a gameplay demonstration. I might even just get us to the point where we have the table, the command center. So, yeah, just so you can see, because I actually don't know what happens with the command table just yet. Alright, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to try and push here. I know that somewhere like here, there's another settlement. Maybe like somewhere over in this direction. There's a settlement also, so you can see here, yeah, there are like military themed some. Oh, I wonder if, oh, okay, so the intel that we're finding might actually be revealing certain locations on the map, because these are different to the last time that I played. So that's interesting. We'll try and keep an eye on that as we go. Okay, so yeah, you... Now, this is one of the only kind of glitch things that I've run into at the moment, aside from like maybe the Pip-Boy, is this particular storm seems to be, well, just a bit glitchy, alright. Who's that? I thought that was Minutemen. It is too. Maybe he wasn't shooting at me. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's try this again. Are the Minutemen shooting me? I wonder if because I killed a few of them inside the building, maybe they're actually, maybe I've triggered kind of an attack response. Yeah, I think everybody wants to kill me right now. Uh-oh. Got a corpse here. I could get access to it. Alright, so I might actually take us back to Red Rocket then. There's going to be too many enemies around. I think I would probably play myself on was it the roguelite version where you die and you respawn. It really adds a lot of immersion and a lot of difficulty and a lot of, well, the need for tacticality. I wish you could have seen this airdrop. The paratroopers, the whole sky was just covered in parachutes. Soldiers descending from the sky. What's going on here? Is that dog meat? What's dog meat doing? What's that noise? Now, I'm not completely sure why it's so dark right now. Is it nighttime or something? Where's our time? Oh, no, it's not nighttime. Are we injured? We might actually be injured. Let's take that. Have a compress. Use some gauze. Have some weed and some corn. Right, yeah, so have we got a head condition or something? We do have a slightly damaged head condition. I don't really know what I can do about this. Actually. Have a... Okay, splint. Okay, good. Alright, so we did have another... yeah, alright, that takes care of the darkness problem. Okay, so I've just used a mod to spawn in some crafting items for us, just so that we can actually do a little bit of a kind of showcase of some of the like the benches and things that I actually haven't looked at, so we can explore that together. Okay, let's have a look here. So you've got the usual scrapping things going on in the world. All kind of vanilla, basically. Vanilla systems. Everything you would expect, I suppose. Now, where was it here? Resources, miscellaneous. Let's put in a central command radio. See what that's about. Get rid of this, actually. I don't want that for now. What else we got? We got an admin desk. Actually, I don't think we'll use that just now. I might put out a surveillance relay though. See what that does for us. Produces encrypted data, so maybe that actually reveals information on the map for us. This requires power, does it? Alright, well, let's get a generator happening in here then. We don't actually have engineer rank. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. We do have a level up. We might not even be able to power. Where is engineer? It's down here. Okay, so we can get rank 1. We get rank 2 as well. Right, let's get rank 2 then. So, wait. Now we can build... Is it the second generator here? It's great. Now, is this going to need to, like, be connected? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oops. Okay, get rid of that. This is more vanilla build system, isn't it? Oh, really? You can't actually do that in vanilla? Alright, well, it looks like the generator's going to have to come inside the room with us. For now. So we can actually make use of this. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so... Weapon schematics. PDA. Ah, so we can... Alright, so all this stuff that we've been gathering, this intel, we can exchange them for requisitions. Which is what allows us to essentially build up a garrison of troops. What else we got going on here? Alarm device. Different backpacks. Emergency extinguisher. So the enemy can call in all kinds of support. We've got different clothing. If you had paused and read through in the beginning some of that information, we've got a vertibird signal grenade. Merits. Commendation. I guess we can, I don't know, give that to our troops. Maybe it has some sort of bonus to it if we put it in somebody's inventory. I don't know, I'm kind of guessing here. Partisan. briefing. I don't actually know what this does. Oh, missions. Operation Westminster requires 4 military intel. Messages. Oh, so these are going to be like specific missions. Ordnance. So ammo and supplies. Signature weapons. Alright. So we can we can use Minutemen requisitions in exchange for crafting supplies. Alright, so that's good to know. So I'll show you here. It looks like we've actually got our what do you call it? Our requisitions have appeared. So Minutemen garrison, a guard. This guard will patrol around the base for us. What else we got here? We've got a trooper. Can be commanded and equipped. We don't have officer training rank 1. We've got a packed medic. A garrison will provide backup during combat. A bodyguard will escort you on the premises. And citizen volunteer. So, you know, we would have to obviously supply these people with beds and food, etc. So essentially, you know, we're calling in like reinforcements here. Curious about this thing. Not sure exactly what it does. Oh, it also needs power. Okay, so... Alright, so, guys, this has just been a very, very quick demonstration of Obscurum IV. Obviously, I've been, you know, trying to get through as much of this... What's that? Oh, he's one of mine. As possible for you to just have a bit of an idea. And now again, I don't know exactly what this does. There is a little bit of data about this mod, but it is in active development. It's still being tested, it's still being worked on. I really, really wish I could have shown you the enemies dropping in from the sky, so much so that I'm actually going to load up another game and see if I can get it to happen for you to see before we leave. I didn't have it recording, unfortunately, when I was testing last night. Kind of lesson learned the hard way. Anyway, yeah, so this mod has a lot of promise. With the kind of gameplay that I've been getting into, like through the Real AI Hardcore Exploration series, the intense tactical combat, well, this feels like it takes it to a whole nother level with more of a military themed or military simulation themed experience, which I am absolutely down for. I think I was saying before, ever since playing games like Battlefield, the big war campaigns, what else was it? Hell Let Loose. There's been loads actually, hasn't there? Postscriptum is another one. Vietnam, what is it? Like the Rising Storm games, Rising Storm Vietnam I played a little while back. I always wanted a kind of single player experience. But you know, it's the sort of thing that it's just very, very hard for developers to make with the AI programming and stuff. But Thumblestein and his team have obviously made use of the systems that are already in place here in the world of Fallout 4 and incorporated a kind of military-themed experience. Now, one of my questions already is, if I installed the Concord, the Conquest mod, which allows you to build anywhere in the Commonwealth, would I be able to establish my own like forward operating bases as I travel through the world? It's all, I think it's probably all possible, and it wouldn't surprise me actually if that's something that Thumblestein actually intends to be able to, for us to be able to do anyway. Let's have a super quick look inside here in the cave. This actually leads us to, so it was like secret underground network of tunnels or something that was in the main base where we spawned. So yeah, there's actually another pistol down here. So some of these, or this particular tunnel here, actually takes us to Well, it takes us somewhere else. So here, as you can see, the issue with the Pip-Boy. I don't know what it is that's doing that. I tried installing a Pip-Boy flashlight mod, and it didn't work. So, you know, what do we have going on here? We've got a door, a motor
Chained on
pool,
the other side.
PLA Joint Operations Complex. I would imagine that there are probably loads of locations dotted around the Commonwealth that are kind of military-themed complexes, enemy complexes. Right, so that's, yes, so this brings us back here. So we've essentially got multiple exit points. Now, I'm going to show you this because it's really trippy. Which one is it I go to? Do I go to the armory? I do get the vibe that there's some sort of weird... In the video that I made last night, I made a reference to like these 1980s mind-warping, mind-tripping movies where... Honestly, off the top of my head, all I can really think of is there was a movie called Brazil. What else was there? You know, they see, or was it They See or something like that? Anyway, we've actually got a settlement here. I forgot to mention this. So we've got a little settlement we can make use of down here as our own kind of base of operations. But there's some sort of weird, like supernatural, paranormal kind of mind-tripping feeling to this mod, and I'm guessing that that's intentional, and that it's going to be like expanded upon. Okay, I actually didn't know there were so many medical supplies down here, so that's really good to know. So all these locations, you know, you can come in and explore them yourself. But what I want to okay, so we've got some workbenches down here. All right. What I want to show you is not that. You know how Fallout 4's got that to it? It's got that kind of supernatural weirdness to it. Mind-altering. You don't quite know what's real and what's not. Sometimes. Well, look, anyway, I'll just show you what I'm rambling on about. We'll go out here into the viewing deck. And we end up... Where? Where on earth are we right now? Now, I would imagine... I know... I've only just met Thumblestein through the Real AI mod. You know, I started playing it and I told him... And so we've started to kind of talk a little bit. And I've done a bit of, like, you know, looking into him. Who is he? What is he about? And stuff like that. And I'm going to assume that this is some kind of, like, artistic representation of war. Alright? Of, you know, the reality of war really sitting... Now, actually, what was playing on here was Sweet Home Alabama. So just imagine that that song's playing in the background as we sit here and observe essentially our work, the work of war, just never ending, watching the world burn, so to speak. But it leads me to get this impression that maybe there's something deeper to this whole scenario that's going on here. Because I feel like I'm in an episode of Doctor Who or something, like I've stepped into the TARDIS, like there's a room in the TARDIS. I feel like I'm in the TARDIS when I'm running around this building, this place, this location. And so I don't know if there's some sort of, you know, unusual, paranormal or sci-fi element to this whole mod. I can't actually walk off the edge here. Anyway, it's really cool. I really like it. I'm very curious to dive more deeply into this mod. And obviously, it's got a few kinks. It is in development. It's been in development for a long time. But these are the types of mods that the total overhauls where a massive amount of production value goes into the creation of them. So, you know, they take a long time to come to fruition. But as I may or may not have explained this time round, this series, what's it called? Obscurum. This is number 4. I know of 2 others, one for Fallout 3, one for New Vegas. I don't know what the other one is. I don't know what that was. Maybe that was for one of the original games. I'm really not sure. They are legendary in the Fallout 4 modding community. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a little bit of an insight into what is Obscurum IV. From my point of view so far, it's essentially a persistent World War simulator or a persistent warfare simulator of some kind. So please do consider checking down below. There are lots and lots of links down there for the channel, for other content on the channel. At the same time, there are links to Thumblestein, this mod, his Discord, and his profile on the Nexus. Please do consider checking it out for yourself, testing it out, offering a little bit of feedback, because, you know, obviously we've got something very, very special indeed coming up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you again very soon. Goodbye for now.